Welcome back to Logistics Made Simple, and now we're going to talk about something called lot sizing. Lot sizing is when you determine the quantity you need to order to refill your stock of a product or a component or something like that. Let's say you sell 1,000 items per year of a product. You can make a decision then, should you replenish your stock in January every year with 1,000 new products and then keep them throughout the year until you order in January next year? Or should you maybe order 100 items at a time and space those 10 times throughout the year? There are a few trade-offs and a few economic mechanisms in play here. If you order 1,000 once a year, the administrative cost of ordering is only paid once. So that's actually quite cheap. You will only have to do the job once, placing the order, paying the invoice, doing all this stuff. On the other hand, if you order 10 times, you will have to pay that administrative costs or cost associated with each ordering that you do. You will have to pay that 10 times. So that's an argument for placing one single order. But also looking at another type of cost, that's the stock keeping cost, because that cost increases with the quantity you have in stock. So the more products you have in your warehouse and the more capital you tie up, the higher the cost until you can realize that capital in terms of sales. So in that case, it's better to order 10 times per year instead of just once, because then your average stock level will be lower across the year, and thereby you won't have that much tied up capital. This is not a purely mathematical exercise. There is this formula called the economic order quantity. You can Google it. It's quite simple. And the economic order quantity tries to balance these two mechanisms. Do you want to order often or seldom? Do you want to order a lot or each time or a lower amount? And you will have to balance these two. There are a bunch of other factors in play here that are not part of this formula. Let's say that you use this formula to determine how much milk you should order to a supermarket. You might end up with a number that says you need to order 30 pallets of milk every time. But that only means that 80% of that milk will go sour before you can actually sell it, because the product has a short shelf life. Things like that will, of course, change the logic of when it's optimal to order something and how much you should order it. You may have long delivery lead times, for instance. Let's say it takes 5 weeks to order something from the other side of the planet. Then it makes sense to maybe do it maybe once or twice a year because of the insecurities and the long lead times. On the other hand, maybe your supplier is next door. You can get it the same day, or you can get it within maybe 1 or 2 days from the time you order. Why not take advantage of that and keep a lower stock level and then order as you need, regardless of other factors? Other things that are in play here is, of course, the general financial circumstances, the interest rates. How much does it actually cost to tie up capital? What's your internal interest rate? Because every company has some sort of calculation on how much does it cost us to tie up capital. That's maybe the theme for another video. But how to determine a lot size is much more complex than this simple economic order quantity formula. But I urge you to look it up and try to understand it. It's not that complicated. And that basic method is often built into warehouse management systems and ERP systems because it's the basic mechanism to determine, should I order 1 or 10? Should I order once or 10 times per year, for instance? Thanks for following Logistics Made Simple, and please comment down below what you want me to explain next. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions and want to discuss this video. Bye.